They line up across the, as they come to celebrate, show racism the red card. There is no place for racism in today's society, and certainly not on the football pitch. And Falkirk team line up. Number 1, Robbie Ojesnik. 2, Jason Marr. 3, Mark Twaddle. 4, Brian McLean. 5, Mary Callis. 6, Burton O'Brien. 7, Mark Stewart. 8, Mark Miller. 9, Carl Finnegan. 10, Ryan Flynn. And 11, Callum Higginbotham. On the bench for the Bairns, number 12, Kenny Duker. 14, Chris Mitchell. 15, Kieran Duffy. 16, Tam Scobie. And 17, substitute goalkeeper Jamie Barclay. Burton Bryant knocks it wide. Jason Marr plays it forward. Mark Stewart flicks it on. Carl Finnegan just disappears offside there.
Falkirk did have a great performance against Hearts and then went and lost against Wraith Rovers. Need a good start here.
And Sean Higgins favourite to take this one. Sends it in, comes off the wall up and cleared by Callum Hitton as far as Gary Harkins. Switches it out wide to Lee Griffiths. Comes inside, curls it across into the back of the net. A fantastic goal from Lee Griffiths. He cut inside. Ryan Flynn clipped into the top corner. Great goal, Jamie.
Yeah, great goal. As soon as he got it, he knew what he was going to do with it, but really no closing down from Falkirk whatsoever. And I told you about this Dundee side. They start early, they start quick. They've got quick players, and they've got players with ability as well. Wonderful goal by Lee Griffiths. Great little curler over Olejnik. Absolutely no chance.
Perfect start for Dundee. Falkirk got it all to do.
Just like before the last game, you know, they start really quickly and they want to get the ball and get it towards our goal, and they've done that and scored a wonderful goal.
Mark Stewart cuts aside. Great shot by Mark Stewart. Great effort. Beaten away there by Rab Douglas.
Yeah, Mark Stewart really quickly getting it onto his left foot. Great touch and just opens the angle up and just smashes it near post. But you would expect Rab Douglas just to save that on his near post, Andy.
Knocked forward. Picked up by Jason Marr. Quickly to Mark Miller. Again a poor ball, didn't pick out Stewart. Now Griffiths, chance to turn. Comes inside Burton O'Brien. Flipped over the top.
Oh, he's through as well.
Behind.
Through. 2-0.
Higgins puts in the back of the net. Well, poor defending from Falkirk. 7 minutes on the clock. 2-0 Dundee.
Absolutely amazing. Dundee absolute straight out of the traps. They're just so confident, popping the ball about. Wonderful football. I think the pass through takes away deflection and it just twists Callis around, but it goes straight into his path. And a great finish as well.
Clipped through there by Lee Griffiths, created by Lee Griffiths. So after 6 minutes, Falkirk are 2-0 down here. Plays it infield to Mark Miller. Oh, slips.
That was intentional.
Bryant. Steps inside.
Hitting it.
Tries it forward. Good save from Rab Douglas. Good effort from Burton O'Brien, Jamie. Wide to Ryan Flynn. Oh, great ball. Flynn takes it first time. Looks for options. Plays into the centre. Mark Stewart flicks it on and up in the air. Now Brian McLean. Wide to Higginbotham. Up to Lockwood. Takes it past him. Cut back. Mark Stewart. Oh, just past the far post by Mark Stewart. Better play, Jamie.
Better play from Higginbotham, yeah, for once he gets lucky and gets past his full back and cuts it back. And Mark Stewart can't hit the target and just slices it wide.
So downfield. Finnegan can't quite get there. Mark Stewart does though. Takes it wide. Now Gary Irvine. Clipped in towards Finnegan. Gets his hit it. Oh, just a good play again by Falkirk, Jamie.
Yeah, two strikers combining. Mark Stewart buzzing about, getting on the ball, cuts inside. Great little teasing cross, but Carl can't get above McEwen to steer it in.
Brian clips it forward, aimed at Finnegan. Chests it down. Uses Flynn. It's by Adams. Clips it to the far post. Finnegan held off. Referee says no. But O'Brien does well. Gets it to Mark Stewart. Now Stewart plays it forward to Higginbotham. Back to Stewart. Oh, much to the frustrations of the Falkirk fans. They wanted them just to have a go at that one.
Yeah, just fire it low towards the far post as hard as you can.
Comes off. Easy one for Rab Douglas.
Yeah.
Comes off a defender. First time ball to O'Donnell. Knocked into Jamie Adams.
Really,
wide to Harkins.
really good play. On to his right.
Steps away from Mark, clips it in.
Oh,
Header. Oh, good header from Riley.
tell you what, Higgins is
Higgins
going
complaining
nuts.
that he was Higginbotham. Now Jason Marr. Up into the far post, aimed at Flynn. Heads it down. Punch cleared by Rob Douglas. Now picked up by Burton O'Brien. Again, good play by Flynn. Now Twaddle out to Flynn. Up to Irvin. Takes it outside him. Played across. Tipped over by Douglas. Corner to Falkirk. Again, magical play from Ryan Flynn.
Yeah, that was a lot better. Cross coming in from Jason Marr. Forced onto his left foot by Harkins. Puts in a great cross. Ryan Flynn at the far post as he usually is. Knocks it back down across, and a good save by Rab Douglas.
No one following up. Needs somebody in the box to follow through. Now a chance for Higginbotham to put this into the danger area.
Someone's got to get in front of Harkins.
Rob Douglas spills it. Brian McLean gets there. That's just deflected clear. Knocked wide to Griffiths. Turns inside.
Oh, they're in.
Oh, poor effort by Sean Higgins. Gary Harkins on his own. Spots Jason Marr. Higginbotham takes it on the run. Takes it away from Adams. Flips it into the near post. Finnegan gets there ahead of Rab Douglas, but no one following up again. Off comes Jason Marr. On will go Kenny Duker. Now Burton O'Brien. Again closed down by Whitavine. McLean plays into the area. Finnegan's onside. Brings it. Oh, great save! Wow, great save by Rab Douglas. Finnegan was well onside there, Jamie.
Well, the finesse of Burton O'Brien wasn't good enough. Brian McLean just up and unders it into the box. Straight to Finnegan, who controls perfectly and smashes it towards goal. Great save by Rab Douglas when it just falls perfectly for Kenny Duker, who just can't get anything on it.
Played through the middle. Mark Stewart. Played in first time to Ryan Flynn. Oh! Poor effort that by Flynn.
Yeah, it was just too far in front of me, Andy. I swear on my life, I was offside. I looked at least a yard and a half offside.
But O'Brien plays it back forward. Lockwood. Now Mark Miller. Good touch. Now Higginbotham. Plays it through to Finnegan.
Right across the face, please.
Oh, played right across the face of goal. Oh, Duker, all he had to do was stick out a leg.
Well, that's the striker's instinct for you, Andy. Any striker worth his salt is there just to tap it in. You know where it's going. That's one of the worst free kicks I've seen.
Hasty free kick taken by Mark Miller. Before we get away with it. Now Mark Miller again.
I think his hair got in his eyes.
Finnegan runs around the corner. Stewart. Back inside. Now Mark Stewart.
Yes!
Goal for Falkirk! Well, fantastic goal, Jamie.
Yeah, wonderful bit of football. All three goals have been excellent today. And Falkirk last back in it. But for the last maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes of pressure, they've actually deserved it.
But good one-touch stuff to get them to that position.
Yeah, a great finish by Mark Stewart. It's about time they had a wee spell in the game, and this is it. They need to try and get another one now.
Well, it's 2-0. The next goal is all important. 3 means that you're really struggling. Now back to 2-1. Plays inside to Ryan Flynn. Steps away from Jamie Adams. Slip through to Mark Stewart. Corner for Falkirk.
Apart from being stabbed.
And shot. Now back to Higginbotham. Flip to the far post.
There we go.
Headed by Mark Stewart. Oh, Mark Stewart equalises for Falkirk. Well, who could have expected that, Jamie?
Unbelievable, yeah. It's a great cross in from Ryan Flynn. You want him on the ball. Oh. From Higginbotham. Oh, sorry, yeah. I just ignored the fact that because he's done nothing. Great ball in anyway. That's how Mark Stewart can get on the ball. So quick to get away from his marker. Get in front of him and slide in. Brilliant.
A short corner from Higginbotham to Flynn. Visually played back to Higginbotham. Clipped in. And Mark Stewart. A double for Mark Stewart. Falkirk are going to need to defend well. All the big men up for Dundee. Falkirk down to 10 men. One of the main central defenders. Lockwood sends it forward.
There we go. Oh, good turn by the big man.
But O'Brien does well. Now Higginbotham plays it through to Flynn. Duker out wide. Fires it across. Straight in the arms of Rob Douglas though.
But yeah,
Knocked
good
wide
play
to
by
Watwood.
Whitman.
And down the line it goes
Too
to
much
Forsyth.
space.
That was obvious.
Too much space.
Flip to the far post. Headed back down to Riley.
Oh,
Drops the post.
it's a goal.
Into the back of the net by Witteveen. Well, all too predictable, Jamie.
Well, again, when you think about last game, Andy, the smallest guy in the far post gets a header back. Great strike by Lee Griffiths. I think Olejnik stays, pushes it onto the post, and Witteveen's following up. And I think that's him, won it. And burst all the boards and everything. I think Brian Winter's not very happy at Lee Griffiths to what he's enticed the crowd.
Well, Lee Griffiths being booked.
And all the financial problems, and we're getting a bill from Falkirk now.
The advertising boards back there, absolutely flattened by the Dundee fans. Aimed at Duker. Nods it on to Mark Stewart. Up to Weston. Plays it in behind for Flynn. Up to the far post.
Oh, there's a goal.
Oh, what? Penalty!
It's a penalty.
Kenny Duker! Yeah, definite penalty, Jamie.
Well, I don't know who it was. Was it Craig McEwen? I think someone was all over him anyway. Kenny Duker obviously there just to put it in. And all of a sudden that's it. Kenny running over saying it's a goal scoring opportunity, which is probably every right to do.
For Mark Miller against Rob Douglas.
It was cool last time. It's cool now.
Blasted into the back of the Dundee net for Falkirk's third goal. Yep, there's still 3 minutes plus injury time to go. What a response from Falkirk.
Well, it was, yeah. I half expected it as well. At least another 3 or 4 chances are going to come this way in this game.
But O'Brien comes out, close him down, knocks it long.
Oh,
Great
ball in. What a ball that is.
Corner. What a ball that was. Good defending from Tam Scobie.
Absolute pace and power on it. That could have been an own goal easily. Oh, I like a concentration there, I'm afraid.
McEwen just booted long. Callis steps inside. That's full time here at the Falkirk Stadium. Well, Jamie, what a win start from Dundee. 2 goals in the first 7 minutes. It didn't look like it was any way back for Falkirk, but 2 goals in 2 minutes in the second half completely changed the complexion of the game.
Yeah, it's a great game of football, wasn't it? You know, they got to give Dundee the plaudits really for right into the lead, 2-0 lead, looking a great side, and they, to be fair, really deserved it. Falkirk not the races whatsoever. I always knew Falkirk would come into it in the second half, and did they eventually? You know, I knew as soon as they get the goal, they really piled on the pressure. Lots of chances. Mark Stewart 2 great goals. Wonderful play again from Ryan Flynn. But Dundee still not out of it. Scored another great goal, and then we penalty at the end that evens it up. I thought it was a well worthy 3 each.
Fantastic game and a fantastic advert for the First Division, Jamie.
He just took the words out of my mouth, Andy, honestly. When you think about the games that go on and all the politics that go on in Scottish football, you know, you come to a game like this and it's just brilliant. You know, the goals have been fantastic, the attitude of the players have been great. You know, everyone's trying to play football. The only concern for Stephen Presley is that, you know, he probably took Falkirk 60 minutes to really look quite threatening, you know, and it was unlike Falkirk really, you know, through the week they're looking threatening all the time and look as though they can score goals against anyone. And then Dundee racing to a 2-0 lead, and it sort of deflates them a wee bit. So it took them a while to get into the game, but once the Falkirk got 1 goal back, it was a wonderful game of football.
And you looked at that first goal from Mark Stewart, great quick thinking from the free kick, and then moved on quickly from Miller to Finnegan, then a perfect through ball for Mark Stewart. And to be fair, he's been having some criticism, Mark Stewart, but he took all the time in the world, as all good strikers do, and slotted it past Rob Douglas.
Well, I did, yeah, and it's just typical of him, really. You know, all of a sudden he's never in the game. Sometimes, you know, he chases like mad, he runs his heart out, and you know, he never looks as though he's tired, and he still just keeps going, and all of a sudden he pops up with a goal, and then another goal, and then you know, he's just one of them players. You know, he runs on confidence, and once he does score a goal, he looks threatening against anyone. He's done it against Celtic, he's done it against anyone.
And this is, at the end of the day, I mean, after going down 2-0, Falkirk, it's fantastic to get it back to 3-3. In fact, they could have won the game. They created enough chances in the second half.
Well, he did do, yeah. You know, Kenny Duca was a problem when he came on. You know, and that's what he's there for, really. You know, and he's a good player to bring on and do that. And it's just it was credit to Falkirk, really. They kept plugging away. You know, they knew they weren't playing very well, but they knew that once they got one goal, they would get the momentum, and they did, really. And it was as you said, great advert for the First Division, 3 each, and no just like lots of penalties and stuff. It was a wonderful game of football from both sides.
Well, many thanks to Jamie, as always. He'll be back with you next week at Ross County. Unfortunately, I'm in London. I'm in London next Saturday, so Jamie will be here, and Michael White will be taking the commentary. Thanks again to Russell and Tony behind the scenes. We will be going, of course, down to do post-match downstairs if you want to hang on. But that's the question I posed at the start of the game was, what record did Kevin Drinkle end? The record that he ended by scoring for Norwich against Liverpool at Carrow Road in the FA Cup tie was the first time that Ian Rush had scored in a game that Liverpool were defeated. So there you go, that's one for all you anoraks. We're going downstairs to the studio to do the post-match interviews. But join us once again on the Falkirk Football Programme live next week when Falkirk take on Ross County here from the Falkirk Stadium. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks to all the Dundee fans who joined us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage, and hopefully we'll see you again very shortly. But from me, Andy Thompson, it's a very good night. And the final score here from the Falkirk Stadium was Falkirk 3, Dundee 3.